What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Gio.
What up, my peoples? It's your girl Day Day.
So today we're going to do a Hot Topics video, and the first thing on our list for today is Wendy Williams.
Wendy
Williams.
Shady Wendy.
So Wendy Williams has made a career out of talking about people.
Shading
she judged people. She shade people's looks. And
Our very own judge, Greg Mathis for Detroit.
Yeah. But she came out on the beach with her husband, and she looked like, she looked beyond the letter P. She looked beyond the letter P. She looked, as unflattering as you could look. Take a look at this picture right here. It just it's horrible, you know.
It is horrible. Even T.I. had to post it on his Instagram.
But he did not make fun of her. T.I. said, hey, this is the woman to judge everybody, talk about everybody. I'm not going to say anything negative.
But that was shade enough to share it and have this long, paragraph and a half, and, so that everybody else can shade her for.
I don't understand why her husband would let her
go out like that.
Yeah,
First off, she lost so much weight, and she was looking terrible on the show anyway. But it looks as if her boobs like they were down just a little bit, but the bikini was falling off
because she has no ass at all.
No ass at all, and she needs to take the boobs down some more because it does not go with her body at all. The weave was terrible.
Yeah.
She has all this money. She could have.
And then she still got scars on her stomach from like tummy tucks and
everything.
Lipo
it's just a mess. You cannot be the queen of shade.
And talk about everybody else and judge them so hard.
And you go out looking like that.
Definitely.
You need to get it together. Take those boobs
also,
down.
you don't wear a two-piece bikini, Wendy. Wear a little, like a wrap, like this one.
I mean, so you telling me all this money she got and she couldn't get no panties to fit? I mean, I don't understand that one. Like, it's really falling off. Like
you couldn't buy you a bikini that got the bottoms that fit, but then she need a super-sized top and then a super small bottom.
And they do have separate pieces where you can buy them separately. Trust me, I do it all the time. Okay.
We've seen her look like a letter P before, but these beach pictures,
it's just terrible.
Terrible all across the board. So we're not gonna spend too much time on Wendy and her capital.
Tamer said I don't want my business on the Wendy Williams show. She needs to talk about her damn self on her show.
Let's see when she comes back next week. She talk about her capital P body.
I don't know what it is, but it's not flattering at all.
Yeah. So the next topic we have.
Our next topic is Miss Janet. Obviously, she still isn't getting any sleep.
Yeah.
Not just because it's baby Issa, but she actually can't sleep because Randy up here spilling all this tea, keeping her up, all the business, saying that she's having a hard time with co-parenting and the tour almost didn't happen because of all of these things that her ex-husband is putting her through.
Said he was verbally abusive.
Yes, saying that he called her out her name when she was pregnant and things. So I don't know, what is his, he's just like her spokesperson now. I'm not.
You know what? Since Janet came back into the spotlight, like even when she did the video, where she showed a picture of baby Randy was back around. He was in the video that she did.
Yeah.
Then, it seems like he's been back around. I don't know
whether she hired. A video clip of her telling him to shut up because she had said that she had, gained weight because of the baby and things of that nature. But
so I don't know whether she hired her brother as the nanny or whether he working on music with her, but it seems like he is overly involved now, and then now he's telling her business. So
yeah, I'm trying to figure out what is the purpose of him telling her business. Is he just trying to put his name back in the media? I mean, I just don't understand the purpose of it.
For me, I feel like with him, he wants attention. Nobody is thinking about Randy. Nobody cares.
Steven Randall Jackson.
Steven Randall Jackson. Nobody cares what he got going on. So why not just talk about what Janet got going on?
Well, we'll see how.
I personally don't feel bad for Janet in the sense because I feel like she just married this man for the money. So
but she had her own money.
But at the same token, then she would have said, "Okay, don't give me $500 million. I got my own money. I don't need your money."
As soon as cut the check, as soon as that time came, she was gone. She stayed there the 5 years.
And then how coincidental is it that she specifically stayed for 5 years? Y'all didn't just start having problems after the 5-year mark that it took for you to get $500 million.
Yeah, she was having problems and she didn't want to convert to the religion. And she, contemplated suicide and
But she stayed long enough to get the money.
To get the money and the baby.
Keep that in mind. She stayed long enough to get the money and a baby. She secured the bag. Before she left, she secured the bag.
I love Janet though. I
like
Janet.
her music. I like the So I like Janet too. She got classics. She a legend.
Yeah, she is.
I can't feel bad when you got down. She was Janet the scammer. Janet the scammer.
And she didn't have to be.
I mean, you got your own money, but you was Janet the scammer.
Well, we'll see how long she's not going to get any sleep out here.
Yeah. So from one scammer to the next, Gossip.com was talking about how Scheme and lying Phaedra Parks.
The Southern Belle scandal.
She want to get back on the show. She begging for her job back, but Bravo telling her you can keep your ass back in Athens.
I guess we should have believed her old friend, when she brought the book out.
With that book, I believe everything that was in the book.
I believe everything about the book too. I mean, she's a lawyer, a liar. So I mean, let's take it back to lying about how far along pregnant she was. The first, what was the third season of Housewives of Atlanta?
But she wanted people to believe that she got pregnant while she was married, but really, she only got married because she was pregnant. And
she actually dated his brother before she dated him.
She dated his brother before dating him. They had this whole crime ring going on.
Stealing cars and
stealing cars, stealing people's credit card information. It was her, Apollo, his brother Everett, and another girl, the girl that wrote the book.
And before that, she got around Atlanta.
Just her whole life is a lie, and now she finally took her lies too far.
PK kid, I'm just such a Southern Belle and so sophisticated.
But she finally took her lies too far. One, you lied on Candy and said that she tried to drug Portia and all this stuff.
She lied on Paulo that she didn't know what he was doing. You knew what he was doing.
She knew.
How do you think he was paying for stuff? New houses and cars and things, and you're not paying for half of these things. How? He just came out of jail. Oh, but she wanted a clean man. Peter wasn't clean because he had kids, but Apollo's been in jail. So.
Two, she lied because you tried to lie on the producers. How do you lie on the producers of the show and think you're gonna keep your job? You tried to lie and say that they told you about the candy and the drug and thing. How do you want your job back? You lied on the producers.
You do not say that someone drugged somebody and raped somebody. Do you know what that means to rape somebody and to drug somebody? That is too far. She has kids. Her kids, she just had a baby. He could have been taken away from her. You stop it and trying to stop her money, anything, because you hating on her because she's married and she's happy and she's having a family.
She got what you want pretty much, so
but you had.
You're trying to take her down.
And everyone's so, well, Candy wasn't there for Phaedra. First off, Phaedra was with Chocolate and every other person that she could have been with. She didn't care anything about him going to jail. Now, he did make her look like a fool in front of Kenya, doing all that lying and stuff, saying that Kenya was so after him. But she kind of opened that door and entertained it, because the way that it started when Kenya was there, they made it seem as if she was going to do a threesome or something like that. Yeah. But then things changed when he started paying Kenyon a little too much attention. So... But
if you were the producers, would you give her job back?
No.
Her exit her job back?
No, I would not.
I agree. I absolutely would
not.
No,
or saying she doesn't remember. Or she didn't say that she heard.
She literally carried it on the whole season, like she wasn't the one that started
You
this
hate
rumor.
her that bad that she out here getting her coins.
Like you were in love with her.
You know, it makes you think, did they dibble and dabble a little bit? I love Candy, but you know she's candy coated nice, so you never know. But I love you more than I love my husband.
Yeah. That was a little bit.
That was. I'm confused. I think maybe they might have, dibbled and dabbled a little bit, and that's why she went so far. She went like a woman scorned. She had to get back like you get back at an ex. But you got
back in a way that cost you your job. You not getting cases. You not burying nobody at your funeral home.
What happened to the whole, funeral home? You didn't hear anything about it. She supposed to have got a degree and everything, but you don't hear anything about her in this funeral home anymore.
She not doing no funerals. She not winning no cases.
The lavish funerals.
So my thing is this: that show was her only source of income.
It was a constant source of income.
And you ruined it by lying.
For no reason. Just because you're hating on her because she happy. But were you there when you helped with the funeral, of Candy's mother-in-law, but she had her mother-in-law that died unexpectedly, her mom and none of her aunts like Todd. Mm-hmm. She had trying to blend these two, her stepdaughter and her child, together to become sisters. So she had a play that failed, had her own businesses, and it's all, Apollo went to jail and Candy wasn't there for Phaedra.
Because Phaedra is a selfish person, she an evil person.
And Candy kept asking her, were they good? Were they good? And then you said, then she had the nerves to come up with old boy, what's his name? Jonathan or whatever. Saying that Candy didn't pay him really.
Oh, the dude Johnny the play guy. He tried to say Candy stole her mother's love from him. And it was about Candy's life.
And the restaurant. And it's on Candy's granddaddy street.
But my thing is, a mother's love was about Candy's life. So how did she steal her life from you?
And you gonna actually help him pursue a case against Candy.
That's just taking being a hater to all new levels.
It was. Candy didn't even want to entertain the whole Apollo girlfriend thing and everything. It still came to you as being real and being loyal to you. And you just a snake in the grass. Yeah. She's just a snake. Now it's on the internet that she's supposed to have got the Holy Ghost.
I don't know. I don't understand.
She needs to repent and really get all those demons up out of her. She needs to get rebaptized.
She begging for her job back, and in conclusion, I just believe she shouldn't have.
No.
Nobody wants to see her
everybody need redemption sometimes. Everybody makes mistakes.
But her redemption should not be on that show.
No, it shouldn't be.
You lied on the producers. You lied on the castmates. Nobody wants you there.
No, not at all. Did Portia finally kick her to the curb?
Yeah, I don't think.
But Portia wasn't innocent either. Oh, why did you tell me that? Why did you? Oh. She just had to get the blame off of her. You knew Candy wasn't gonna do that. Yeah. And what was his name? Marvin. Talking about Todd's name was Marvin.
Yeah, all that stuff. It was so outlandish. Like it was definitely outlandish.
It was just.
So moving from one snake to The next, I guess, Pat Houston.
Pat Houston.
Pat Houston.
Houston, we have a problem.
Houston,
okay.
We have a problem. So, Pat Houston is Whitney Houston's brother Gary's wife.
Yeah, so her sister-in-law. That
Her
became
sister-in-law.
like her.
She was like a manager, but not a real official manager.
Yeah.
And I guess she's been approving all of this stuff. All these reality
Stay relevant.
shows.
I think she wanted to be famous herself.
But she didn't have the talent and the looks to be famous herself.
I don't think she's bad looking.
I think she.
I think she's an average, everyday woman.
Either way it goes, it started with the reality show. You come out with this reality show.
Months after Whitney passed,
You instantly call a camera crew and you want to film the grief and how y'all moving on. It was her idea.
how they having issues with Bobby Christina. Everyone knows she was using. Everyone knows that she was grieving. Everybody already had whatever they thought about her, and then you're gonna put her in this light to, make her look even worse off than what she, already looked in the media. Why would you do that to her? That's not love.
What was love was Tyler Perry calling her, like, look, I want to give you something to do to keep you preoccupied.
Shout out to Tyler Perry, because he even flew Whitney body, back. So,
But he wanted to keep her preoccupied, and he gave her a spot on his TV show for better or worse. That's love, because it's like, okay, I want to make sure that you got something constructive to do with your time.
yeah.
And it was something good for her going to the set and working and trying out acting. And she was actually funny on the show.
She was.
And going back to Pat Houston, shortly after that was the Whitney Houston movie on Lifetime. Pat Houston was behind that. And also so was Bobby Brown, but it was
Angela Bassett.
Houston.
And I love Angela Bassett, Miss Angela Bassett, but I just did not feel that movie needed to be made.
It didn't. It was more the Bobby Brown story than the Whitney story.
Yeah, because he had
anyway.
an interview right after that.
And you've seen more on his life than you've seen on hers,
And I love Bobby, and I'm always rooting for Bobby, and I want him to, get it together and be happy. But even with the New Edition movie, which was amazing,
that
one of the best
biopic.
biopics out here, okay?
Yeah.
I didn't want it to end. I wanted the series to continue.
But Bobby Brown wanted his own movie.
He wanted his
outside
own
the New
movie.
Edition movie.
Why?
He wanted a movie about his book that he wrote. But with the book, he was oversharing. Like, he talked about how Whitney cheated on him with Tupac and how he had this relationship with Janet Jackson and, how she said, I can't be with you because my dad don't allow me to be with black men. And, he talked about so much stuff, oversharing. But he wanted a movie on his book. But it's unnecessary.
But you could have put more of that background in the movie like the rest of the guys did from New Edition. They gave you more of their background story. Bobby
What makes you feel
out.
you should have your own movie?
Yeah, it was just like Bobby on drugs, but it didn't give you the backstory of why Bobby was on drugs in the movie. So he should have been focusing more on that, because that movie was amazing. But now you have, because he has a Bobby Christina Foundation, which is great. But now there is the Bobby Christina biopic.
And Bobby Brown is suing for $1 million in damages, and he also wants to stop the airing of the movie.
But he could have did that when it was already said it was in production. But why does this movie need to be made? No disrespect.
But he should have stopped this when the announcement first came that they were making this movie.
This
Before
movie
they
didn't
even
need
had
to
a
be made.
cast, he could have stopped
Bobby
this.
Christina, God rest her soul, her and Whitney. But she was not a celebrity child that had a career of her own.
She had nothing going on in the sense to where she needed a movie.
Other than Tyler Perry.
Mm-hmm.
She was supposed to be in the studio, but no music ever came out.
It didn't have a chance to come out.
Why do we need a movie on her life? She had a childhood that wasn't always the best because her parents were on drugs. But
it's a lot of kids who go through that, having parents that are addicted to drugs. and they go through even harder situations
because they're not rich.
But because they're not rich, and because her parents are not, or because her parents are famous, it's more of a bigger deal. But I feel like the movie doesn't need to be made.
It doesn't need to be made at all.
But I'm hearing Pat Houston is behind this movie.
And why?
It always goes back to Pat Houston.
Yeah, because Pat has a significant role, and my fave, Auntie Vivica, everybody's favorite auntie, wannabe auntie, is playing her.
Pat Houston. Pat Houston has a significant role in this movie, you know, and
even on the reality show, she was so into Bobby Christina that she couldn't pay her daughter
kids
any attention.
It was like whatever was gonna get her more camera time is what she wanted to do.
Yes.
And with this movie, I feel like at this point it shouldn't be stopped. The people know that it's coming. You have people that's looking forward to it, but also you have actors who were paid to do a job, and they deserve this exposure. If you were going to stop it, you should have stopped it beforehand.
Yeah. So, yeah, and they even talking about Bobby. It's like, I'm just, let them rest in peace, you guys. Yeah. Leave them alone.
And my thing is, Bobby Brown, everybody already know the horrible stuff you did to Whitney. You don't have to sue for $1 million in damages and defamation lawsuits because we already know.
We already know.
We know. There's nothing to hide. Just let the movie come out. Let the actors be great. I understand it's painful for you, but don't watch it. Don't watch it.
Pat, stop trying to make money off of them.
Get a life of your own. You know, build your own legacy as Pat Houston. Stop trying to eat off the Houston name.
Yes. That's an opportunist. How old, do you gotta be when you stop being an opportunist?
Apparently, Pat has not reached that age yet. Apparently, she has not reached that age yet.
I'm just waiting for the day when they can just truly rest in peace.
Yeah, I agree.
Because you're disturbing them right now. Yeah. We already trying to go through the whole thing of they're probably gonna dig her back up to do more research on, the whole Nick Gordon and how she really died. So it's enough of that. Just leave her alone.
Yeah, I agree.
Stop trying to make money off of them.
So that's all we have for you today. This is your boy Gio.
This is your girl Day Day.
Signing out.
Toodles, my peoples.